No, no buzz. A Just Bees book club. Today is Miss Ice Sandwich by Mieko Kawakami. I've now somehow read all of Kawakami's books except for that I'm aware of that are published in English, obviously, except for the newest one whose name I cannot remember. Um, which is interesting. I am incredibly split on her work. I felt some kind of way about breasts and eggs. I think there was like a lot of really good stuff in there, and I felt a little bit awkward about certain things. I thought Heaven was good when I read it, and then it stuck in my head in a way that I was like really not expecting. You can go ahead and wait till the end of this video, or click around on it to see my review of Chandelier, her publication for this year's whatever indie bookstore day or whatever the fuck it's called, independent bookstore day. Um, this one is Miss Ice Sandwich by Pushkin Press, which, for those who don't know, is a UK publisher. This was actually published in 2013, I believe. No, this was published in the United Kingdom in 2017. It was initially published in 2013 in the original Japanese. Um, and it, happened to end up at the place I work at, and a coworker noticed and was like, "Oh, you like this author?" And I was like, "Well, I have feelings, but I'll read it." This is a short story, maybe a novella, um, novelette. I don't know. I think that's technically still used in certain science fiction awards. It might be a novelette, honestly. You can sort of see it's got pretty generous typeface and face and spacing. Um, which, I mean, I didn't look up the word count. I'm sure I could have, and I'm sure that if I did, this would be a better review. Did I say this is a Just Bees book club? I feel like I forgot to say that this is a Just Bees book club. My God, there's a hole in the fabric of reality. This is a Just Bees book club. If you're not a bee, you're not allowed to watch it. Um, and if you're watching it, you're a bee. This is Mieko Kawakami's Miss Ice Sandwich. It's pretty good. I enjoy her writing. I don't think she writes young adult, um, because I associate young adult with a very specific voice that I think is primarily imposed by editors to sort of capture certain my I mean whatever, my low-key conspiracy theory is that young adult is a um it's a publication, or it's a publisher oriented category more than it is a reader oriented category, and it's a way of saying you'll like this if you liked Harry Potter is the long and short of it. It's obviously gone through a lot of ups and downs in material terms and in uh, mostly just material terms over the last 2 decades, 3 decades. But yeah, it doesn't have young adult voice, is what I'm saying. And if you know what I, then if you know, you know, you know. That's a bad way to end that joke. Uh, yeah. So this is a story about. I don't remember this narrator being gendered, but like the back matter definitely genders the narrator as a him. Um, I don't remember that ever specifically coming up in the book, and I was looking at for it, but I wasn't looking for it like until a little bit ways in. So I guess it's about a young boy who sort of becomes smitten with this woman who works at like a little um, quick serve deli, who has this like electric blue permanent eyeliner with like a line of sort of black, uh, I guess, sorry, electric blue eyeshadow with like this is what I understood from her description, or from the description in the book. It seems like she has permanent electric blue eyeshadow on with like a black eyeliner that isn't on along the eyelash, but is along sort of the ridge of I listen. I bad at makeup and I'm especially bad at faces. I spent most of my life pretending I didn't have one, and I still kind of am. Um, sort of that you can only see when her eyes are closed, which to me means it's along the sort of like brow bone. I guess is that a thing? There's probably a more specific term for it that more well-educated people than I, and I don't mean that in academic terms necessarily, would know the word for it. This young narrator sort of like becomes smitten with the idea of this woman who has these incredibly powerful eyes in his brain, and is going through like fourth grade, I think, at the time. And it's just sort of about his life in the summer that he goes and visits her and never speaks to her, and then like a developing other relationship that leads him to talk to her. Uh, it's not quite as heady as, or at least as directly heady as some of the bits in Heaven are. There's no, big confrontation with the bully who describes his own nihilism and sort of like perverse materialism. Um, there's no explicit acknowledgement of the ways in which like the the poverty of trauma can become intergenerational, as there are with the character in Heaven. Um, it's a nice little read that I also don't mean to say it doesn't have its own interesting themes, um, but they didn't hit me, and that's fine. I'm sure you can find somebody from the UK in 2017 talking about this book, and it'll be way better than this one because you're not supposed to be watching this because you're not a bee. Are you a bee? Are you a bee? If you're a bee, then this was Miss Ice Sandwich by Mieko Kawakami, and I thank you for not watching.